The mythology and beauty of old forests is undeniable. And research suggests that old forests are uniquely important to a healthy ecosystem, housing a diverse range of species and providing unique combinations of habitats.
Old forests are important because they're very rich habitats. If we look at the landscape, they have a very rich species assemblages, and they also seem to be the repository of species of management concern, species that can't live anywhere else in the forest. So old forest conditions are very special, and we have a lot of species that live in those old forests that are specialized and can live only there. So we have a special management responsibility to ensure that these habitats are there in the forest in the future.
It's important to recognize that old forest in the boreal forest is typically between 80 and 160 years old. And because of disturbance, like wildfire, old forests are always changing and moving over time.
One interesting thing about how our boreal and foothills forests function in Alberta versus how the forests function on, say, coastal British Columbia is the very different disturbance regimes that we have in Alberta versus coastal British Columbia. On the coast, we have what's called more of a gap phase dynamic system, and that's a complex ecological term that simply means there you don't have a lot of stand replacing fires. Individual trees die, create gaps, and allow a new tree to grow up. We see that same kind of process occurring in Alberta, but a much more dominant form of the disturbance regime are stand replacing fires. Fires will come through and an old forest will burn and be replaced by a young forest.
But when talking about old forests, inevitably the question arises, how much old forest is enough? Where will it be? And how long will it be there? These are difficult questions, but science can help us understand the nature of old forest patterns of the past to inform old forest strategies for the future. For example, knowledge about how old forests move over time can guide old forest strategies within managed forests. Studies have also shown that old forests appear in a range of patch sizes, from small patches of a couple hectares to large patches of thousands of hectares. Research has also shown that by clustering harvesting and other activities together, large patches of old forest can be left untouched for years or even decades.